A few weeks until Christmas. Have you bought all your gifts yet? Are you there yet?
Haven't even started. If you're looking to give the gift of technology, there's still time to catch great local specials.
Well, back to Compute This, Thor Schrock from
What
Schrock
are you laughing
Innovations.
at? Are you laughing
What's up,
over
Thor?
there?
I'm in a good mood.
Oh, you did. You had the biggest smile I've ever seen.
Well, there you go.
It's almost the holidays.
Hey, we're almost there. We're almost there. There's it's getting close though, because like when I was a kid, they would always talk how many shopping days you had left before Christmas. Then when I was a teenager, it became how many shopping weekends you had left until Christmas, and it made it seem really smaller. And now it's like, how many Thursdays with a full moon do you have before Christmas? And like by January, you only have
And
4
how many
left.
are there?
None. It's time for Christmas.
And it's time for your holiday special,
It
too.
is.
What's your holiday special all about?
Yeah, well, we've talked about it a couple times over the past few weeks, but the holiday special is it's a computer that we build once a year at Schrock that is the best and the most amazing piece of technology that you can buy anywhere. Like if you went to Dell.com and tried to build this thing, tried to configure it, you'd spend about $3,000. And we sell them at cost for $14.99. It includes the monitor, it includes the keyboard, the wireless keyboard and mouse. It's everything you need. There's a laptop model, there's a desktop model, they're all the same price, but just mind-blowing specs. People look at it and they say, I'm never going to use that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, 5 years later, they totally end up needing it.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of the holiday special. It's the one time of the year that we can really illustrate that when you go to the store to buy a computer and you say, I'm going to buy, this computer is over here and it's $50 more, but I don't need all that. I'm going to take the one that's $50 less. And it doesn't matter whose computer you're buying. If you make that decision, you're going to throw away the computer you buy within 18 months because the software continues to march on and your hardware stays the same as the day you bought it.
Well, you're going to throw it away, or you're going to pull your hair out for the next 2 years
You're gonna
trying to
give
get
it to
this
a
thing
kid,
to
you're gonna-
operate. Yeah, because it gets slow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the computer works just as fast as it did before. You're just asking it to do more work.
Right. Now they're pretty popular this time of year, right? Your holiday specials?
They are actually. We start out with 150 units, and we've sold about half of them so far, which it sounds like, oh wow, you sold half, but we actually started selling 3 weeks later this year than we did the previous year. We were selling in October last year. Part of that was because it was a little more complex, the sale. We had 3 different models last year. We tried something new, and it was like, didn't make a difference really. So we went back to the standard Yeol 2 model. We went back to right after Thanksgiving, we launched the special. And so we've had a smaller window, but to sell half of them so far, every year since 2001, we've sold out before Christmas. So there's still time to get one and to get it delivered before Christmas. But if you wait till next week,
You want to jump on it.
it's getting a little tight.
Quantities are limited. Has anybody actually gotten their holiday special? Have they been using it yet?
Oh yeah, yeah. We actually before the sale started, we have a couple customers who will call us, and they usually have a special circumstance, like their computer is dying, and they don't want to go without a computer for 3 weeks until the holiday special starts. So can you please build me one now? So we'll build them one and tell them, well, the deal is you have to call into the radio show or something to tell us, what you think of the holiday
Right.
special. So we have had some units out even before the sale started. And now other customers are getting their production units, and the reviews are just raving. Everybody
people
loves
saying?
them. They are fast. They're wicked fast. People don't realize how slow their old computer was until they hit the power button, and 6 seconds later they're ready to go.
6 seconds.
Yeah, they're like
Jeez,
logged in and
that's
ready,
insane.
and they do a task that usually they have to save something and it would process and save. Like if you're doing a video edit or something and you hit save and it goes like bloop, bloop, and you think it errored
Yeah.
because
so
it was
fast,
so fast.
Oh,
And you're
mine would take an hour.
yeah,
Sit there
well,
for a
exactly.
while.
That's a Mac. So
Yeah,
I mean,
and I have a nice. It's not that old.
yeah, so I mean, they're very nice. They're very special. They're very limited
very
quantity.
special.
The units this year have the new Ryzen processors. As predicted, the desktops are actually outselling the laptops, which is something we haven't seen in the last few years.
Why is that? Why are people switching back to the desktops?
It's the more powerful processors. Yeah,
but it's not as portable though. Are people not using the portability as much as
well,
they
you
used
have
to?
phones now, and you have tablets, and so
tablets, right.
you're not lugging around your big laptop with you anymore. You're taking your phablet.
Yeah.
That's a phone tablet hybrid.
Right.
Yeah, you're taking your
Your
phablet.
phablet.
with
Some of
you.
those phones are so big, they're almost like
Oh,
a
I've got the
tablet.
Note 8. It's massive. I love it.
Right.
It's like carrying a Hershey bar around with you, the king size one.
Except
Yeah.
it doesn't melt. It doesn't melt.
Yeah.
Right, you don't want that. So there is still time to get it before Christmas.
Absolutely. We can still get them done before Christmas, laptop and desktop. Next week it's going to get a little tighter, though. We can probably get them done by the end of the year. If you have a business, this is the thing, we tell businesses this because the last week of December they tend to rush in and say, oh my gosh, hey, we have our accountants are telling us we have to spend some money or pay the taxes.
Right.
The holiday special is a great way to spend that money smartly. If you're in that situation as a business where you need to have some more expenses on the books for the year, buy some holiday specials, add them to your office. You won't have to buy new computers again for a number of years. It's a really smart investment and a really good thing to do with that money.
And why do you guys do this holiday special? I mean, why did you decide to start putting these computers together yourself and
Especially at
offering
cost.
this?
You're doing it at cost, yeah.
Well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, this goes back to 2001. And we were started in 1999. So 2001 we were still pretty young. And every time someone would come in to buy a computer, they'd look at us and say, how do I know you're going to be here in a few years? And it's like, well, how do you answer that question?
Yeah,
well, we've been here for 2, and it's like, well, I have a mortgage in town, and I have kids. I'll be here. It's
Yeah,
like, what do you
not
say?
going anywhere.
And so basically, what we did during the holiday special season is that let's wow everybody. Let's do some amazing stuff that no one else can do. So we were the first company in Nebraska to offer a flat panel monitor. We were the first company in Nebraska to offer solid-state hard drives in computers. We were the first company in Nebraska to have Windows XP on a computer. I mean, it was nuts. We just did all this crazy stuff, and people came in and they're like, "Wow, well, that's amazing, but hey, that's really expensive." Well, we're selling them at cost, and we limited the quantity. And it was basically to get people into our modular computer so they could start to experience what it's like to actually have a computer that you don't have to wait on, that you don't have to throw away every 18 months. And it just grew from there. And so every year we've done it as kind of a tradition.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that you guys do at Schrock Innovations. You're always looking at the next thing coming out, and you're trying to stay ahead of that. SchrockInnovations.com. And again, the holiday special, the quantities are limited. How many do you have left?
About 75 roughly. So we're about halfway through what we had. We started with 150. The laptops and desktops, same price, $14.99.
Gotcha. And if you want to get one of those holiday specials, you got to do it within the next probably 2 weeks. You'll be
quick.
sold out, don't you think?
Pretty close. We'll be looking the week of Christmas. We're usually selling the display models off the shelf because people want them so bad.
Yeah. Gotcha. Schrock Innovations. You got the Omaha Service Center at Village Point, Papillion, and of course our friends in Lincoln have a place to go to. SchrockInnovations.com. Thor, thanks for your time
thank
today.
you,
We
guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. See you soon.